few new faces around here today with the cameras being here. What was your reaction to seeing them? And do you think it was all a distraction today, or could you guys really notice them, or were you guys kind of still focused on practice?
I don't care. I mean, just cameras. Doesn't matter to me. There's half the time there's so many cameras out here, and I don't know what they're for, so I don't care.
Do you think a HBO program could be good for the school as far as exposure and putting you guys on the map more than you already are?
I don't watch TV too much as it is, so I don't know a lot about HBO, but and I don't really have an opinion on it. I haven't really thought about it. Obviously I've seen stuff on social media, Twitter, but I don't have an opinion really.
Where do you think the O-line is after about 2 weeks of camp right now?
I got to say, me personally, I think we're in a better spot than we were last year starting off, we got to get these young guys in, assimilated, adopting the culture and buying into the process and all that. That being said, there's obviously still a lot to work on. We're never going to be where we want to be, but that's the beauty of it. We get to keep chasing that banner.
You guys have been running with the same five for consistently throughout camp. Obviously, there's been a few changes here and there, but how do you feel in terms of the chemistry you have with those five guys you've been running consistently?
I personally myself, I have a good individual relationships with each of them. They're all different people, and I like them all. I think we play well together as a unit. But Coach Miller always lets us know and reminds us that no spot is guaranteed and that everybody's still fighting for a starting spot. So this starting five that we have right now could change.
How important is that to like someone personally rather than having kind of more of a business relationship with someone on the line?
It's interesting because, me myself, I want to kind of, have a cool vibe with somebody when I'm playing next to them. You know what I mean? That being said, if I didn't like them, I'd still have to hunker down to do my job. But it's always a nice little bonus.
When Gage is kind of on the move, he's really capable of moving inside the pocket, running, and he's pretty mobile. What do you guys have to do in protection to kind of account for a quarterback who's going to run more and can kind of do more on the ground than some of the past guys?
We just got to finish our blocks, no matter what. If he wants to take off running, then we can't just stand there, and we're all kind of guilty of kind of getting soft on that sometimes, myself included. But that's another thing just to work on, like I said earlier, and just keep it up.
I know that those two are still in the battle right now, but it seems like both are capable of really moving the offense. Do you guys feel good about that spot, no matter who's back there right now?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll play for anybody. I like all our quarterbacks. I'm excited to play with whoever ends up getting that starting spot, and I'm ready for it.
Did you catch Hubert's last play? It looked like he was almost out of bounds. He kind of threw that one back in the corner.
I saw the touchdown. I didn't see the throw, but it came from over there, so I imagine he was probably pretty close to the sideline. But yeah, like I said, he's a really talented quarterback. I'm glad to have his leadership here because he's a guy who called us out, when we're not doing something right, and is always on our heads, and I'm happy to be blocking for him.
You made a pretty big transformation with your body last year and to get to the weight that you are now. What's kind of the next step after doing that, and how is it hard to maintain a weight once you reach a target at all? Or?
My weight came pretty easy. I just ate a lot basically, and worked out, hit the weights hard and put on that weight pretty easily. Maintaining it isn't really that hard for me. I'm blessed to be able to have that ability to kind of put it on really quick. I also lose it really quick if I have to. The next step with that is just continuing to work on my craft every day and not thinking that I had a good practice one day and then getting lazy the next day. Kind of always having that chip of, man, I didn't really have that great of a practice, even if it was a good practice. That way you always strive to improve.
Is there a favorite meal that you had when you're gaining all that weight?
Anything pasta related is pretty good. Yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for fat foods. Like earlier today, I was looking up at the sky and at the clouds, and I said that they kind of look like scalloped potatoes. And I got a lot of fat jokes from the offensive line for that. But I have no shame in that. I love to eat. It's what I do.
Has Andre still been in touch with you guys while he's competing in Philadelphia right now during the preseason at all?
I know Liam talks to him a lot. I think Liam and him have a really solid relationship, from playing next to each other last year. I don't talk to him too much, not because I don't like him, but just because I kind of want to give him some space, because I know, I don't know, but I imagine that the NFL and, all the training camps and all that is a lot harder than, like a college level. And, he's a first-round pick. He's got a lot of eyes on him, and I want him to just have the least amount of distractions as possible so he can do his job the best he can, which he's been doing.
I know you say you don't watch a whole lot of TV, but did you check into the Jacksonville game and Philadelphia game yesterday with Gardner and
Yeah.
Andre going.
I saw a couple plays of that. I saw Andre getting a little bit of heat for that one sack that was put on his quarterback, which wasn't his fault. The protection was called wrong, but I'm proud of them both. It's nice to see two former Cougs going against each other and then shaking hands after the game.
What about Gardner? I think he's sacked 4 or 5 times now in 2 games. It's probably a little bit different from what he was used to.
I mean, Garner's a tough SOB, I tell you. I mean, he seems to like it too. It's strange. He would get hit so hard and then just pop up and just he'd start celebrating. I'm like, hey, dude. I mean, that would have hurt me, but. I mean, I'm really excited to watch him develop. He's been playing really well. He's on the rise, and people are finally starting to get a closer look at him.
This year you got to do one time.
Thanks, Abe.